फरिश्ता फैमिली की विशेष प्रस्तुति चिट चैट सेशन between Sister Wadi and Mohini Didi about subtle region. Episode number 8.
कोई बेहद से इशारों में बुला रहा मुझे, कोई बेहद से इशारों में बुला रहा मुझे.
Ask you in relation to today's Murli. Baba used a very interesting word. I don't know how it translates in Hindi, but it was interesting for me in that he said, Baba has come to console you. And it's such a beautiful word. And it just gave this image of Baba being comforting and so tender and so lovely. And I was wondering, because I think your image has always been one of great strength. Did you ever allow yourself to be vulnerable in front of Baba, allow yourself to be sad, or to acknowledge that you made a mistake, and that Baba consoled you? Do you have a story in relation to that, either with Sakhar Baba or Avyakt?
It's very, very interesting question. I must say that Wadi Ben is a very, very loyal and royal child of Baba. Very, very loyal from day one until now, with Dadis, with Yagya, even until now. Very, very loyal, very honest. So, this aspect of consolation, it's like comforting. I have certain things in my relationship with God, and I will try to remember if there is something like that, but I always thought that I should go in front of God very happy, very cheerful, never go with my problems, my worries, never, because I thought that I'm going for blessings. For what? So blessing comes when I have something, right? In the sense of like I am cheerful, I never go with problems. To surprisingly, not to Brahma Baba, even to Dadis, I never went with problems. I went to confirm something, get blessings from them. So I will sit in front of Baba. Even before coming to Gyan, when I went, we had a big temple, and I will sit in front of God's goddesses, these idols. I will sit so content, because anyway I am a contented soul from childhood, but I went so content. I say, well, let them bless me. When I went in front of Avyakt Baba, I never have any expectation in the sense of that he will give me this, because I feel he is giving, let me take it, instead of wasting my thought in asking something. He's giving, let me take, because I always have my relationship with God as a bestower, that he just bestows, he multiplies. So for by doing elevated action, charitable, or for yagya, because I feel he will multiply and give back, right? But what happens that there are certain things you need like proper answers. Sometimes you are not clear. That's where I find Baba comforting, in the sense of, let's say, certain local present situations. And like Baba a few days ago, it's kind of saying, child, you all will have enough time. And I say, it won't be tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you will have enough. So that kind of comforting, in the sense of clearing my intellect with certain signals, that I could feel it. But generally, I really never go for, because I don't believe in sympathy. In the sense of, even when my body is not well, I don't like people to come with the face like, oh, why are you going through nothing? People look at me and they say, oh, you look so well, you look so well. I feel very happy, because that had been my foundation. my relationship with God, that I will stay in this dignity. I am your child, and you fulfill my whole needs. What else I have to come to you for? Because I feel He is giving, so let me take it what He is giving. But you are true that for certain subtle things, I did feel few times that by giving answers to me in a clear way, it's like consolation to me. That child, yes, this will happen, and you go ahead, something like that.
Mm-hmm. And a question that I had, but you answered it, but I'd like you to elaborate on it. It was actually a question from Manda, and it was, how does this exchange take place in the subtle region between you and Baba? How does the communication take place? And what you said moments ago was that it's the energy of purity. Can you elaborate on that? That it's the energy of purity that makes the exchange or the communication happen?
No. See what? Of course, going in trance, Baba's gift, right? So I go there. It's not it's not me, but Baba invokes me and I am there. But the communication which happens, like what Baba is saying, because there is no sound, only what I hear, what I see is Baba's lips, like it's moving. But it's like something is being, I don't know, typed, or, something is narrated so clearly. And that is the pure thought, energy of pure thoughts. So I think you all remember once Baba, Avyak Baba had said all the activity of subtle regions is through the pure thought. But even I don't know how to describe that. Without hearing, you hear everything. Exactly like, somebody is talking to me. This is this is next, this is next, this is next. So it's I think the language of, once you are in subtle region, in your subtle form, the language is of silence, right? That means he's saying it without sound, but you still understand it. I don't know in what more words I can explain, but that's where I said. But many times, let's say if I am not gone for offering bhog, and Dadi Gulzar sits there, and I also sit really, really with total concentration, and I could just feel what Baba is going to say through Dadi Gulzar.
Wow.
Almost similar. And so I think that is again, that's why I feel everyone can experience Baba in subtle regions. But our attention has to be not going there, but in a very pure, subtle, that means we have to develop our intellect in such a subtle way where you understand just the bhavna and the pure intentions of everyone. See, we try only through words, not bhavna. I think if the language of bhavna is silent, but it's very powerful. Dadi Janki one time said, you might remember, as instruments we used to sit, and one or two new instrument will come, and Dadi will say certain things. So he will whisper in Hindi, Dadi, they don't understand these things. They might not understand. Dadi said, it's their fortune. If they have good bhavna, they will understand. And if not, then okay too. So, and then when I will sit for translation, she enjoyed even my language, might be English, might be less than others, but she said, you understand what I am saying. You understand my bhavna, what I am saying. So I thought one of the way to develop our subtle intellect is to understand people's bhavna. More we start understanding bhavna of everyone, the intellect will become subtle, because then you're not only trying to meanings of the words, weighing the words, this one, that way, but they are temporary, okay. But reality and the power is within that bhavna. In other words, in our pure feelings in each other. That capacity can be developed so that when you are with subtle Baba, Avyak Bab Dada, or with in angelic form, you will be able to get many signals very clearly.
Mm. I like
But
that. And I
because
suppose if you
we get
are,
so much trapped still into the physical, into the verbal aspect, physical, so we don't go above, you know. And of course, one gift is trance, but other gift is, can we still directly communicate with Baba? It will be so good, right, for all of us.
mm-hmm. You had said last week, Sister Mohini, that I've forgotten what the context was, but the subtle regions are getting more quiet. What did you mean by that?
No, because in the beginning, like many trans messengers will go and we will take message, bring message, and it was there. I know Dadi Janki also when I go to London for call of time, you know, many times she wanted messages and it was happening, and now Dadis are not there, and we the activity of just going with messages, bringing messages, offering bhog is still going on. So that's why I said it's not much activity as it used to be before, you know. So, and now we know because our Baba, Avyak Bab Dada, is also waiting for us so that we all can go home. And as I mentioned, that souls, there are so many souls ready to go for liberation, but doors are not open yet. And we know who is going to open it. No? So I think it's this transition which is happening, more going towards home now than of the subtle regions. So Baba's part also, and then I feel Baba is more present now with us, you know, than in subtle regions only.
So every Friday देखना ना भूले सूक्ष्म वतन के राज.